none of them 85-year-old abuelitas are watching this podcast.
But you know, he did it.
Oh, he's an animal. He's a fucking animal. Your uncle's an animal.
Yo, like LeBron clouds. You have dust shooting in the air while he's going in.
And the dust of the hips disintegrating.
Oh.
Animals are drinking like, what are you drinking, Sergio? Whiskey?
Sip, don't slurp. Whiskey. Today,
just like a Cuban.
You know, that's what we do. Today I'm on the whiskey tip. Blend.
Pause.
Hard pause. Not on the whiskey tip.
I got the usual tequila.
Hence the pause. Yeah, JP's consistent, but I'm consistent too.
Yeah, like, JP's consistently the white Mexican in the building.
You've had whiskey. I've seen you have vodka.
No, you've never.
He hasn't had. I think.
Well, whiskey. Yeah, because
you had a vodka Red Bull the other day.
Yeah, but normally he's on his Diddy shit.
It's vodka Red Bull again.
Oh. It's like a Ciroc commercial, but it's goose.
Nah, it's late, so the Red Bull give me a little vibe, but you know,
bring you back.
And the vodka will take me down, up or downer.
Up
or downer, but that's the value of a vodka and Red Bull, up or downer.
That's the internal dilemma. Awesome. So what's good? What's new?
Not much, man. You know, like we stay home a lot, but you know, it's swim week. Have you guys ever been out? Have you guys ever been out for swim week before? Like to the events?
Negative. I don't know if.
Nope.
It's well. Let me give you
I don't know if I give off that bathing suit life type.
No,
I'm usually in my pool, not at the beach or at swim week.
It's really like an excuse to party. Like it's kind of gives you Art Basel vibes without art.
Right.
It's just like naked broads.
Right. It's like fashion week, like in Europe, but naked.
Yeah, but it's like it's literally like if you have it's less not really clothing lines, but if you have like swimwear lines and everybody has a swimwear line, like here you go, runway show
and
plus,
just grab all the perras.
Plus eating, plus drinking, plus
perras.
Correct. That's what it is. It's literally like
Miami
5 days of that, and then you just go to like a party after.
Sounds fun.
Once upon a time, it was very fun, but it's like overwhelming at this point.
It's because you're old.
You're right. You're right. I
can't. Ain't cool no more.
I can't even argue it. I can't even argue it.
That's not the thing. Yeah,
unless I'm ready to go to a party and like spend 5 bands on a table, like I don't need to be there.
They're charging that much for this shit?
Absolutely. Like people from around the world come.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's celebrities out there too. It's not just like local.
It ain't like that. And then they have it at like Fana, which is like a $20 a drink spot anyway. So it's like
on a Tuesday.
You're spending racks to just party there regularly, you know. So,
but is this kind of like it's not on the same caliber as like a New York type thing, right? New York Fashion Week, where everyone.
It's just a weekend.
So
it's just like,
and it's swim, so they're not. It's not really the regular Fashion Week like where it's other types of clothes. It's mainly like beachwear.
Correct.
Yeah, but it's like like basically, I guess what I'm getting at is like, are the big brands
not
like
really
shooting for this, or is this just like a Miami thing?
No. So just to be clear, like yes, there are bigger brands that are involved, but it's actually an opportunity for a lot of smaller brands to kind of get shine. You know, a lot like people that these days.
I would go back to your point of it's similar to like an Art Basel, but for fashion here in Miami.
Right, and you
get some outsiders, but a lot of it's local people, and if not, people that are designers for brands that have local, connections and influences and shit like that.
Once upon a time, if you didn't have real sales in clothes, like nobody would give a shit. But now, if you have Instagram followers and Instagram traffic,
that next brand,
like people will 100% go to see Pretty Little Thing on the runway. Like I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, no.
Like and it's bathing suits. I mean, like they've tried to reinvent the wheel a million ways, but it's bathing suits. I mean, it's cool. Like
I'm for it.
It's a very Miami event. It's a very Miami thing. You go out there,
I'm all
lot of
for
ass
bathing
cheeks.
suits getting
a lot of ass cheeks. You
I'm
get
all for
drunk,
creative tan
music,
lines.
the whole thing. It's great.
Like, I'm okay with that.
No hate whatsoever.
Never. And again, I'm a fan of the posts, the stories, the parties. Like he says, these people are wild.
Yeah,
out.
we could live
I can
live
yeah,
on the gram.
vicariously, yeah.
Live
I
on the
can
gram.
watch all these little kids just have a blast. I mean,
It's funny when you get to like our age, summer, because what do you do in the summer? It's not like what it used to be, because like the sports are kind of dead, right? Unless you're watching baseball games from beginning to end. I only watch baseball in the playoffs. I refuse to watch regular season.
just the most
There's no
boring-
football.
the most
There's
boring
no
sport to
football. There's no
watch.
basketball. Shit. I mean, it's not a lot to do for us.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
That's
Work.
why most people are off.
Work.
Yeah, that's why most people take time off. A lot of people are just
That's
closed.
true.
You know, people shorten their hours. It depends. Retail, everybody takes a hit. I mean, we used to see it back where, back when we were in tech. Even there were slower sales in the summer.
Absolutely. Even when
Everything
even
car
even
sales
now.
now.
Even now, when I'm in the firm, like in the middle of the summers, even though you would think that because there are people in the streets at all hours of the day, but like people aren't really
but
like
it's Miami.
we're not that busy.
It's Miami. There's always people at the street all day, and this just gives them another excuse to come to Miami while out for a long weekend,
And then go home.
and they get to expense it.
Yeah,
Like it works.
but Miami's a good city for that, though.
Fuck yeah.
It's a great city for that.
Name a better city.
You know how many people like
Name a better city.
There
That's
isn't.
why
There
do you think
isn't.
all these people go bananas when we host the Super Bowl or even the finals? Like everybody wants
They're
to travel to
literally,
Miami.
and this is, it's of course going to sound biased because I've lived here for 20 plus years, but it's not biased. Like I've been to LA, I'm from NY, I've been to Atlanta, I've been to Houston. They don't hold a candle. Like literally, they
No,
don't.
we can
Like,
host.
they don't. Like
The
you're
city can
you're gonna be
host.
bored. You're gonna be bored as shit in 8 hours. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
if I don't want to go to a strip club, like, what are you gonna do in those cities? Like, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like LA, like if you literally go to LA, it's you come into smog. It's
No, yeah.
not what we
No,
have.
you can come to Miami for a solid week and literally
something
line up
different every day.
activities,
And do something
all kinds
different
of
every
shit.
day.
You could do historical shit. You can go to the Everglades and do random fucking white people shit. Go on an airboat ride. That shit is amazing. You never done an airboat ride?
maybe when I was 6.
Fuck you.
I haven't because I came here too
You're
late.
so racist.
Like,
You're so racist, bro. Go to the Everglades. It's amazing. You run over alligators on an airboat and they're fine. They just bounce underwater and then pop back up. That shit, I don't know. My white's coming out. But the
the
Everglades,
conquistador in you is coming out showing.
I'm about to say something racist. I can feel it in my bones.
But yeah, man, it's this is a good city for all that type of stuff.
For everything.
You know, so
I mean, I like LA. I like LA a lot. But see, like, I don't get bored there because, I mean,
No, LA. Bro, LA's huge.
it is huge.
There's tons of places to eat.
Yeah, but we got that here too.
Right, but
It's kind of like it's a bigger Miami because like really from end to end it's so big. Like, you know, last time I was in LA and my friend lives in Pasadena and I'm staying in Santa Monica and he's like, "Yo, I want to link, but that's 45 minutes away." It's LA, you know? And so we had to like I took an Uber and it cost me an arm and a leg just to go link up with this dude. So, but yeah, there's a lot, and then, like the weather, but the weather's weird. People think the weather, it's hot over there. Last time I went there, it was cold, and it wasn't even like wintertime, you know. So, New York is brutal in the wintertime and it's brutal in the summertime, but New York is a vibe in the summertime. That's why I'm going next week, you know. But
What's your favorite part about LA?
I mean, I like everything about LA, to be honest with you. It's one of those places that I would live there, but it's just wild expensive.
Yeah,
but
like stupid expensive.
they got amazing food. I mean, I've been probably like 8 times to LA, and like every time I've gone, food just keeps we just keep finding
New places.
new places. Like it is here. It's almost the same as it is here. Food, you got, the design district area where they got all the, all the stores and all that shit is there. You have the beach, Santa Monica. I mean, I like LA. I like it a lot. Maybe, maybe if I was there more, it would be a little different. Like there's a lot of people that just, they don't like LA for whatever reason. And I mean, I'm only there for like 4 days at a time. So for me, it's like the perfect mix where like I still like it because it's like I don't live there and it's just
And
like
you haven't gotten sick of it.
yeah, I haven't
For
gotten
me,
sick
it's
of it.
3 things that I don't like about LA. It's Bloods, Crips, and it's expensive. Like, it's expensive. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no, you like if you come from if you do well in LA, you come to Miami and ball.
Yeah.
But it's not the opposite. It's not the opposite.
Correct. No, you
Right.
should go the other way and you're in the hole. Like,
Well, this is actually a pretty good segue to the hashtag Pat's poll. So
Pat's poll.
So Sergio was talking about this started as swag versus money. Let's tell you how old Sergio is. Swag. But I was thinking about this because we're bombarded with these type of stories and images all day on social media. I was like, outside of, if you take love and intelligence out of the equation, what do people care about more? Money or body, style, personality? Because these are things you see all day online. These are things you see all day online. People talking about it, people debating it, people, you're fat shaming, who cares about designer? You could be cool without money, you could be lame with money. Gilly was just making fun of Rick Ross, calling him the president of the Lame Dudes with Money Association. And I like Ross, but
he can be corny.
yes, he can. He can.
He can be corny on occasion.
So a lot of people responded.
Huh?
A lot of people responded, and 66% of the people said body, style, personality, and 34% of the people said money. I think I'm going to put a asterisk next to that because I think people don't answer money because they don't want to seem shallow or look like a gold digger or look like you're.
So they don't want to do it high key.
Yeah,
They do it low key.
100%. 100%.
Shout out to my kids that say that shit for everything. High key, but low key, like high key, but low key. And I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? Like,
So what do y'all think
Dad
about
moment.
what do y'all think about that? Do you
I got the same response. Same. I actually got majority people saying, like personality and shit like that. But I agree with you. When it comes down to it, it's money makes the world go around. Like
I think
a lot of
I
people.
think it kind of sucks though. Like that
I'm
people are
not
just
agreeing with it.
so focused on that. I think it's important, but I don't think it should be the most
I know.
important thing.
But people are full of shit. A lot of people. Because, look, first impression is all about appearance. You don't
100%.
approach an ugly person to find out
If
how
they're
amazing,
amazing. Never.
their personality is.
Never, and it will never
Don't
happen.
get me wrong. It happens all the time where not so good looking people and very good looking people hook up because of either school or work or mutual friendships, and they grow on each other, and it works. But for the most part, it's that first
100%.
impression. But yeah, I got the vast majority said, looks and personality, and I was like, yeah, whatever, bro.
JP.
Shenanigans.
I don't know, I'm always the devil's advocate in this, but I don't know. I think it really depends. Like what you just said, like you have the really ugly person hooking up with the really good person. At the end of the day, most of the time, there's some sort of financial incentive, or at least they making themselves seem like there's financial gains.
This is where my cousin would jump in and be like, yeah, JP does really well. Because she's the female version of me. She would say some shit like that.
No, but I've been thinking about this the entire day, right? I've been thinking about this the entire day, and in my mind, I felt like it really depends on where you are in your stage of life. If I'm young, I don't know, maybe I'm going for the money, you know? I'm young, like it depends what it's for.
Yeah.
But I feel like the older you get, the more you want to settle down and have family or whatever it may be.
You say that, and I think Karen, and I'm like, pobrecita, because like I was beautiful as a 17-year-old kid, and now I'm like this fat, bald beluga whale. I mean, I'm still good looking, but borderline manatee. Like it's awful.
But you know what, JP?
Feel terrible for her.
You know what's crazy is that I think that we're in a weird space where there are people that they have whatever their standards are for like a partner or somebody that they like, and some people like imagine you're a 35-year-old woman that just hasn't found the right guy. You don't have any kids, you haven't been married or whatever,
Which happens,
right?
and they're not crazy.
And they're not crazy, and so the
Just shit didn't work out with the guy, and then
right. And
now they're waiting, and now
maybe you were engaged, maybe you
it
were,
happens with guys too.
right. So now you're 35 and you're really looking for a partner, but but the fucking the pool is murky, right? But then there's a 5'6" guy that's sitting on M's that's been jocking you for 8 years, and you've been sending him to hell, and he's like,
But
please let me take you out.
Every single day he gets better looking.
Right, but here's the question: Is
Every
it
single day? Every day something about that short motherfucker that just looks better. Every day when he posts that new AP, or I switched it up. Now I got my boat for like the weekends
Boat
and
life.
my Bimini boat.
Ugh.
But is that
the Bimini boat might make you crack.
Is that just enjoyment, or is that like a full on commitment?
I-
Here's the other thing that I was trying to think of too. So you're the other important when you wrote looks, personality, whatever, or money. What kind of money are we talking about? Like M's, or is it just like
money? Like money, like you're well off.
No, that's all relative.
For me, well off is you make like well off where I'm like impressed. Like you make like 500K up, right?
that's what you have to make to impress you.
That,
Like,
no, but like okay,
sets the
legally,
bar.
legally. There's
yeah, we're not
Shout
talking
out, shout out to the
we're talking
the
about
W-2 motherfuckers.
we're talking about like 6% of the United States.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Okay.
there
Like
yet.
6%, like
Keyword.
400 million people.
Keyword yet.
So like 200 is not impressive.
Not 200 is good paper, but like you could fuck up 200 easily. Like if you're not smart, like you could if after you pay your taxes and everything gets upgraded in your life, like you could blow through 200. It's not like it's harder to blow through. But when you double that, like you could even try to be stupid and you still won't blow
throw
it.
You throw like a Karen in there. That's just like a black hole.
But then
That's just like a black hole where money just fucking.
you throw in
vanishes.
wifeys and kids and family, then yeah, that could fly pretty quick. Like listen, if you're 200, you're 10% of the United population, less. So, but when I'm talking about money, where I could take care of you, like you don't have to do shit. And you're gonna eat when you want to eat. You could have the purses, you could have all that. Like that could make somebody like I have a friend that is kind of the example that I gave, and she's like, every day I'm considering just going one of these weirdos with money because like this guy makes me laugh, and he knows I'll never have to lift a finger again. So that's the compromise. I don't know if guys can do that. I don't think most guys can do that, but I know that there's some that would.
So yeah, I mean, guys can, and you have someone like my uncle back in the day. He was, it's got to be at least, let's say he was 40, 30, 38, 40, and I was young. He was dating a lady that was a solid 85.
Oof.
solid 85. And
Oof.
my uncle,
I don't know if you could be solid at 85. A gooey 85.
but
Super shaky 85.
But-
I was gonna say there's nothing solid about that. There's tremors. That shit is
Hey, sorry to all the
shaky
abuelitas out there. We're
85.
sorry. We're sorry. I apologize on
Nigga,
Sergio's behalf.
None of them 85-year-old abuelitas are watching this podcast.
but you know, he did it for a while. Super awkward when you go to a party and it's
Did he
like,
smash?
oh yeah, I'm
Oh,
telling you, like
he's an animal. He's a fucking animal.
Oh.
Your uncle's an animal.
Yo, like LeBron clouds.
you
like
have
like
you have
dust
And-
shooting in the air while he's going in.
and the dust of the hips disintegrating.
Oh. Oh. And
Like-
what happens when you hear it queef?
Yo, femur snapping.
Oh, my groin hurts.
But the best part is my grandmother at the time, which is his mom, and she's like, you do realize you're dating someone older than your mom, right? Because at the time, my grandmother must have been like 62, and he's dating.
Your grandma was 62, so your uncle's sick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's sick. He's a sick
he
fuck.
was-
But wait,
I'm
we're not
getting
we're not
paid.
asking if
He's-
someone is sick. You're
he's-
saying I don't know if guys would do that.
No, I'm getting paid.
Yeah,
I'm
that-
getting paper.
Did he get paid?
no, but like
He didn't even get spoiled. Nothing.
I'm pretty sure he got spoiled. I mean, I don't know how long it lasts. He's just
I'm sure he got money.
no. He's just annoying to be around sometimes. So it's like it's too much. Like he's like if you think of the type of dude.
So wait, so he just
if you think
smashed
of
an
the-
old lady without getting the benefits?
Oh my
No,
God.
he got benefits, but it wasn't like
Like
what he was hoping for.
Nah.
But you have to think of the type of dude that at that
Right.
age would smash someone.
So I'll do you one better. I'm working at Cadillac selling cars, and in walks in this Juanito that's not clean shaved. He's wearing like fucking. It looks like like I hate to sound racist because I'm Cuban, but he's like wearing like fucking Bugle Boy jeans. Like what is this guy doing? Like wearing like a raggedy unironed polo. And nobody wants to help him. So I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, can you show me your used cars? So I'm like, yeah, let's go upstairs. Take him. Show him the used cars. He's like, yeah, this one, bro. And I'm like, yeah, you want to do like a credit application? He's like, nah, I'll come back. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, no. I don't need to drive it. I had one of these. I'll come back. I was like, okay.
I'll come back.
Yeah. So
That
I'm like,
means
all
I'm
right.
never coming back.
Yeah, in the car business, the saying is, all right, did you take a picture of him? Why? Because you're never gonna see that motherfucker again. Like that's the saying. So he's like, I'll come back. So everybody, literally, I come right back downstairs with the customer, and the guy just runs out, and everybody sees me, and they're like, Sergio brushed him out, like yo, you want a broom? Like yo, you sweeped him. I'm like, bro, no, it's not that. My manager's giving me shit, like, bro, what happened? I'm like, the guy says he's coming back. He's like, of course he said he's coming back. Of course he said that. Fucking Razor Ramon comes back. Like at 7 o'clock before
rest in
it's
peace.
opening.
Rest in peace.
Rest
Yeah,
in peace, Razor Ramon, for real.
Yeah, and he comes back in like at 7 o'clock. He's like, "Yo, you still got the car?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course, it's upstairs." He's like, "Did you get it ready for me?" And I'm like, "That car's already detailed, but I'll have him wipe it down." He's like, "All right, let's go." My girlfriend's in the car. She's gonna come down. She's gonna sign for everything. She's gonna buy the car outright.
Like cash purchase.
So I was like, okay. In comes in one of the fucking Golden Girls from Cutler Bay.
Oh
And-
no.
And I'm like, nah. And she's like, she goes to finance. And again, at this time, I'm a salesperson. So I go outside and I'm like, look, it's a certified pre-owned. Here's the 2 keys. Here's the book. He's like, bro, you don't have to show me any of this. I already had this car. I got into a total loss. And this is all in Spanish, but he's like, bro, she takes care of me, bro. And I'm like, nah, bro, it's cool. Hey, I ain't asking.
No judgment,
I'm
man.
like, Papa,
That's
like
awesome.
life is short. If you're happy, she's happy, then who cares, bro?
Right.
And he's like, nah, you don't get it, dog. She pays me a salary. I'm with her Monday through Friday. But Friday at 6 o'clock, I punch the fuck out. I do whatever the fuck I want on the
That's
weekend.
a sweet deal.
I do whatever the fuck on the weekend.
a sweet
And I
deal.
come home Sunday night. Y yo le doy tremendo pingazo a la vieja esta. And I'm fucking there, bro. Home cooked meals. I wake up in the morning. I go jogging through her fucking neighborhood. Everybody knows me. I'm fucking chilling,
That's
bro.
a sweet deal.
He's like, I'm smoking weed in her backyard. She's giving me money. I'm telling her I need for this. She's throwing me cash. He's like, bro, she's old as fuck. She can only smash like once or twice a week. I come in on Sunday. I fucking pound her. That bitch goes to sleep at 6 o'clock the rest of the week. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to my friend's house to play poker. I'm at Puerto. I'm using her money. I'm like, this guy lives the dream.
The dream. Living the dream.
He has to smash a bitch once a week. And then he gets, bro, he's making like 3-4 grand a week. He doesn't pay rent. The weekends, like he says, either he's at some other chick's house, he's at a friend's house. Who cares? He's pulling up with bands of money. And all his friends are like, fucking JP came out to party tonight. Patrice is out tonight. Because they know that if he's out, all bets are off.
Tables.
It's not like he's saving money. He's like, bro, she doesn't have any kids. She's like a retired government employee. She bought her house cash in Color Bay. She's chilling. She has a crazy like nest. And this guy's probably going to inherit everything. He's like, mi hermano, I got here like 3 years ago. He's like,
oh, he's a straight from
like,
Cuba.
He said Razor Ramon.
he's like, I came in there. I came in there to help with some shit. Like for an odd job where I was like coming to fucking pick up garbage.
He came to like
in
build
her
a
house.
fence.
No, not even.
He got the lotto.
Pick up garbage because they had built a fence. And then she's like, what else do you know how to do? He's like, you call me for whatever you need. I got you. So then the first time I come in, she says she had a leaky toilet. I play with the fucking toilet for like 2 hours. I couldn't get it. I'm flirting with her the whole time. She's telling me that she's lonely. She's
Sounds
lonely.
like a porn premise.
And he's like, bro, the first time I went in there to fix a toilet, I smashed that old lady. He's like, 2 weeks later, I was sleeping at her house.
Savage.
Guy's a
Savage.
legend, bro. Guy came from Cuba and is living the dream.
So to answer your question, yes.
Bro.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, you thought you had a story,
Oh,
boy.
I have a story. And I have a story that. So, listen, I've passed up on a lot of shit in my life. I really have. So I've had the money. Like I've had a couple situations where there was the money there, and nah, it just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. So to keep my life safe, this is a long time ago, but
Many moons ago.
Yeah, many moons ago, I met this girl on the beach, and so imagine this. So I used to be a promoter, so I used to do the beach heavy, and I used to walk in free and tables, all that shit. So
One of those
Fucking
dudes.
Kendall, Kendall Diddy.
yeah, it was
Ciroc boy.
What a time to be alive.
Giant chain.
So
Giant
like
chain hanging out the t-shirt.
like
Shut up.
like not a giant chain, a medium chain. You know,
We see your pics on Thursdays. We know what you used to dress
Those
like.
throwback Thursdays. Every other picture looks like fucking Mace.
I'm still the same. I just don't wear the baggy jeans.
Pretty much, pretty much. So yeah, I was at Cameo on a Friday night. Party was great, and it was packed. You pull up, and there's girls everywhere. Obviously,
Cameo was a shit back in the day.
fire. It was a great party.
Oh, such a cool
This girl
fucking
is
club to
there.
go to as a kid. Walk in. You never went to Cameo?
Nope.
You're a loser.
Yo, it's a great. It was a great party.
How did you never go to Cameo?
I didn't. Everyone that I was with went to Mansion.
How did you never go to Cameo, bro? First time I ever walk into Cameo. I want to say I'm like 21 years old. I was already married, of course, because I got married when I was 11. But I walk into Cameo, and I'm with a couple friends, couples, whatever. We're kids. We walk in there, long ass line. Cameo's fucking packed. It's 2 stories. It's literally every picture, club, magazine clipping you've ever seen of a Miami nightclub, or at the
lit.
time global nightclub. Like
Yeah.
it was like back then Miami was the epicenter, like the fucking the top of the club world. And
Yeah.
Cameo was
Before
an
Vegas,
old school club.
before Vegas kind of like went crazy.
And Cameo had been around forever.
Yeah, since the 90s.
Yeah, no, since before that, bro. And they just kept remodeling.
Well, it's Cameo Theater.
Yeah,
before
yeah,
it was a
exactly. That
club.
shit's been there forever. It's like a
Right.
historical site that they turned into a dope ass spot,
Right.
and they kept renovating. It was cool as fuck. So I walk into Cameo, and it's like the VIPs like fucking closed off, roped off, and as soon as I walk in to the club, DJ Irie's fucking performing. And I'm like, oh my God. So and everybody's like, bro, you don't know DJ Irie like that. And I'm like, bro, I actually do know DJ Irie like that. Like, he's really close friends with my sister. Like, they're like family. So I'm like, I literally walk up to him and he's like, yo, what's up, man? Like old school, good times, whatever. So then I walk by VIP. Tulloch happens to be in VIP. Tulloch said, bro, get the fuck in here with your wife. Get in here, bro. But and everybody's just looking at me like, what is happening? Who is Sergio? Who the fuck does he know?
Cuban Kendall Diddy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how the fuck does this guy know
Cuban
everybody?
Khaled.
And Tully is like the nicest kid ever to this day. He's like, bro, you stop. You're not here. Here's a cup. What do you drink? She's like, no, I don't drink that. He's like, what do you drink? And Karen's like, oh, I like fruity drinks. Hey, bring her fucking Parrot Bay. You like Parrot Bay? Yeah, I love Parrot Bay. Bring her Parrot Bay. Here's a fucking bottle. Because he doesn't care. He just signed a contract. He had just been signed by the Titans.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm good.
That's cool.
And
That's cool to have like a real friend that's pro athlete.
And he was just, bro, he was the nicest kid ever. But anyways, that was my first time I ever walked into Cameo. So then it's like, oh, how's Cameo? For me, Cameo was the dopest shit ever. That was just the first time I walked in there. I went back there a couple times and it was always a good vibe.
Yeah.
Always
It's
packed.
a good spot.
Always had good DJs, top DJs. Like the DJs were doing a session at some point on a Friday or Saturday night every weekend.
No, it was great. So let me tell you my story. So I pull up and I'm like, I'm loaded. I'm loaded for the night. Like I got a fresh haircut, got a fresh shirt, walk in there smelling good, feeling good, cocky as shit.
Half clip.
Walk in there. Of course I give everybody
That's a pat phrase.
half
a clip.
Why not? Just walk
Feeling it.
I know them. I've worked there before, dap up everybody. So I really like Kendall Diddy. Skip the whole line, walk in there. And if you really did clubs hard, the first half hour is just to feel it, just to get the vibe. You don't even get a drink yet. You just kind of go in there, walk around. Just feel the energy, right?
See if it's just a line or if the club's actually packed.
And the club was packed. The energy was great. So I go in there and there's a lot of girls there, as always. And a pack of girls pass by.
Welcome to Miami.
A pack of girls pass by. And the ringleader of that pack, she's not like making it like vague. She's like on me, right? I've been there for 20 minutes. I haven't even done anything, right? And she's like, you. And I was just like, hey, what's up? What's going on?
Hi.
And she was like, I saw you come in and and you're what I want. And I was just like, oh, like that's different. That's a departure, right? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I just got in. I'm just gonna like chill out for a little bit, and then like we'll link up later, right?
And then yes.
No, so check us out. So I'm hanging out.
I gotta see if I like you first.
Listen. So I'm hanging out, and then another one of my friends had like a table. So we're talking shit, shooting. So I'm in there for like an hour. Apparently, the girl was impatient because she came back and she was like, I thought we were gonna link, and I was like, okay, I guess I gotta go now. She goes, come to my table. I said, oh, your table? She had a section, and it's just girls. 7 girls. And I'm like, oh.
Y tú comiendo pinga at your table.
And I'm like,
imbecile.
So yeah. And then I went and got my friends that were at the sausage table, the fucking 4th of July hot dog eating contest that I was at. So we went to her table where she had 7 girls there, and we were like, yeah, this is better. This is much better.
Thank you for bringing hot dogs because we have nothing but buns here.
I had literally, I've never had a conversation with a woman like this. So she was very aggressive and straightforward. She was like, she was like, yeah. She's like, I'm an entrepreneur. Like, I get what I want. Like, I don't need anybody's money. I don't need shit. Like, and I was just like, okay, like. And meanwhile, I'm still pretty young and broke. You know, I just play the part really well. Like, I did that for many years. Like, I'd be in there.
I have penis.
I'm like there next to Nas, and I had like $7 in my bank account. Like that's like that type of shit.
And you're like, no, I get it. And he's like, yeah, and you're like, sure, I get it.
So this girl
attacked you.
So I started talking to her a little bit. Turns out, and no names are going to be said. She's the ex-wife of a Miami Dolphins player. So she took homeboy to the cleaners. So she's rich on her own. Off of this with this Miami Dolphins.
Rich on her own.
On her own off of Miami Dolphins guy, right?
Asterix.
And I said, okay, cool. Like I'm with that. And she was not old. She was older than me, but she was hot. So I was just like, bet. But when I told you she was aggressive, it was uncomfortable aggressive.
Because you were a child and you were scared.
Yo, it was like, hey, I want you to come to my house tomorrow. And I'm like, I'll see. She was like, no, not you'll see. Like, I need you to be there by 4:00. And I was like, yo, I met you 20 minutes ago. Yo, it was too much. It was too much. Like but because I'm a sucker, check us out. Not only did I go, and she introduced me to her whole family 24 hours after I met her. If that's not some fucking Freddy Krueger shit, I don't know what is.
Scary.
So I got sick. Like I just got a bad flu like 2 days later. My sister was away at college. My mom was in New York, and I was broken up with my girlfriend. You know, a girl can always make you better. Like a fucking lame. I called this psychopath. I knew she was crazy. Oh man, the worst shit I could have done. She came to my house. It was like she was ready to move in. She brought a duffel bag. She brought a duffel bag. She was like leaving shoes there. I was just like you're not moving in. And she was just like, oh, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna get you right, baby. And then as soon as you get right, then you could come stay with me. Like, dude, no,
it's like the White Chicks movie.
I would have gotten so pampered.
Listen, I went to her house, and I left her house because she scared me. She literally scared me. Like I felt like if I told her no, I'd get stabbed.
If anything ever happens to Karen, I want somebody to scare the shit out of me. I want somebody to scare the shit out of me.
Yo, like
bend over. I'm like, no,
I promise.
Okay, maybe.
Yo, I promise I tried. We went out and she balled out on some dinners and shit. But like, I promise I tried. But I was like scared for my life. I felt like as soon as I tell her, nah, I'm not with it, I'm going to get stabbed. Like, she was from a particular island where they're kind of stereotypically known for stabbing people. So I'm not gonna say it to insult.
She's that Puerto Rican. She's that Puerto Rican. Yeah, I'll say
Thanks,
it.
Sergio. Thanks, Sergio.
I'll say it.
So yeah,
they all have knives.
So I cut it. I had to block her. I had to like change my number, like all kinds of shit, because she was like, no. She was just like not taking no for an answer. I was like, she's like, are you trying to like not talk to me anymore? And I was like, nah, I don't think we mesh well. She was like, nobody walks away from me, like on some horror movie shit. Like I was like, nah. I'm
so
cool.
Craziest bitch ever.
Yeah, facts, big facts.
Yeah, no. I mean, to spend that much money at a club in Miami, because you're talking about like literally that crazy bitch and literally a fucking athlete popping bottles in a club. Like, if you're gonna do that, you could do that once in a blue, especially if you're young, because it's so fucking expensive.
Super expensive.
But you have to, in Miami, if you're gonna make that kind of crazy, you either gotta be wealthy or you gotta be some kind of celebrity, some kind of athlete, and I mean, you're the sports guru. You know these athletes.
Well, these guys athletes, I think that's like the dream job in life, honestly, to be a pro athlete, because You usually get in.
No, I already explained the dream job. It's that Juanito that has the old lady in Color Bay.
But if you get into your sport in your early 20s and you're done before you're 40 and you make X amount of millions of dollars, like to play sports, like some shit that I still do every week, and and I still love to do it, but I don't get paid shit. I just get like arthritis and back pain and shit from it.
And if they offered you a quarter of that to wake up at 3:00 in the morning and train every day,
anything.
Yeah, no.
I'm so stupid that I'd probably take half my salary to be a pro basketball player.
Like just to be able to do
I'll
that
pay less
and earn a check.
I'll take less to be like I'm hooping for money. Like,
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, that's like, really? Like, yeah, I'll take my current salary for that. I was like, you get it? You get to just play basketball all day long? Yeah,
no, but I said I would take less. That's what I'm telling you, because of just the love of the game.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, no,
it would have to be basketball or baseball. And I hate baseball, so it would have to be basketball. And I'm 5'9", so I can't play basketball.
Dude, my boy used to always say,
100%.
you know how cool it is because you don't pay for anything when you're a pro athlete. Everything is paid for, and everything is paid for. Like as far as like your team stuff, like they
You have a Nike account.
They provide food. You get sneakers. All the clothes are paid for. All the trips are paid for. Like you never pull out your money. You pull out your money just to pay your own shit. And how cool is it to have a jersey with your fucking name on it? You'd be the 15th guy on the bench. Who cares? Like, it's amazing.
You'd be Don Sazzle.
What happened?
You'd be Don Sazzle.
Facts.
Sorry.
But yeah, but the thing that's crazy now is that these dudes, especially in baseball and soccer and in basketball, they're getting stupid bags, like retarded bags. And if
they're kids.
And if you're from a third world country, like it doesn't even make sense. Like this kid from the Nationals, the Dominican kid, Soto, they offered him $440 for 15 years.
He turned it down, no?
You know how dumb, how retarded paper that is?
Like absurd.
That means you're set for life times 100, and you're 23, and your family's from a third world country, so you'll have plumbing at your house in DR.
Your grandma will never have to sleep without air conditioning again.
Yeah,
Ever again.
And like never again. Like yes, I mean, but he turned it down because there's somebody stupid giving him poor advice. Because
you know what he wants? He wants more money short term.
Or he like maybe he's not happy. Maybe he's not happy, and he knows that
it's 440 over 15.
Yeah.
So what is that?
I think that's 30 a year.
30 a year.
He's going to get something.
But if he can get 400 for 12 years or 350 for 10 years, he'll take that.
These numbers are so dumb, aren't they?
I know. I know, but that's what he wants.
But my comment to you when you posted
That's bananas.
was simple. It was like
To throw and hit a ball.
He's already got the M's. It's going to happen. No matter where he goes,
Baseball's
he's going to make a ridiculous amount of money. Maybe he just doesn't like the team.
Okay, so I'll say this, and this is as far as I know. So yes, so number one, they won the World Series 2 years ago. However, they're not good this year. They're not good this year. But guess what? I just read today that his agent is looking for trades to the Dodgers or the Yankees, who are both good. But here's the problem. You're going to get scrutinized 1,000 times more. So as soon as you start to suck, they're going to crucify you.
Imagine getting paid $30 million a year to do this for 45 minutes.
Yo, baseball's a hard sport, dude. Like,
yeah, I know, but that's what you do if you play in the outfield.
Yeah.
For 47 minutes. And then...
No.
Hey!
You forgot to add this. You forgot to add this part.
Yeah, I know.
Wait to the fans.
Or the fans asking, ass left, titties right. And then the guy will be like, with his glove. Like, have you seen those? Those are awesome.
Yeah, those are funny.
Those are awesome. Super male chauvinistic, I get it, whatever. But hilarious. But yeah, Bro, come on. Like, it's baseball.
Take
Like, at least basketball, they're literally throwing their fucking bodies out there, and there's crazy. And don't give me that shit about hitting a ball at 95 miles an hour is hard. I understand it is. But $35 million to stand on a spot.
That's why you have people like Big Papi. Like,
Fuck outta here.
Don't look anything athletic.
Well, I don't think that these guys have these long contracts have been proven time and time again to be the worst investments ever. Because you know what happens when you're playing that type of sport where you're working your knees, your back, your shoulders, your elbows. Like, there's nobody, save for Barry Bonds, Juicer Bonds, who played for 15 years.
They all did juice.
Okay, but
he was just the best one that did juice.
Sergio.
He wouldn't have been a Hall of Famer?
Sergio.
He wouldn't have been a Hall of Famer?
He was batting 370 when he was 40 years old.
I understand, but he was bad as fuck when he was like a twig with the fucking the cross earrings.
They intentionally walked him with the bases loaded.
I remember.
They were that petrified
That was also
of the guy.
They didn't want him to pass McGuire that season either. That was kind of racist.
Super racist, but he was an asshole.
Because
But
McGuire, they were throwing softballs too.
true. But
Sammy Sosa got some nice pitches too, but not the same.
listen, everybody did.
Barry Bonds, it was like, and Barry Bonds was like, watch this.
Everybody did juice, and they were
Everyone, and they make baseball fun.
They do, but
Legalized
all
juice.
these guys fall
We
off.
could do a whole. No, this is the segment. Legalize juice. Make sports good. Make sports fun. Ray Lewis was the funnest player to watch. He was 49 years old when he retired. His grandkids are in the NFL, and he was fucking literally licking deer. What was it?
What was it called?
Deer
antlers or something.
Deer antlers. Spraying deer antler spray on his. I don't know. It was like
Something that wasn't legal. Something
fucking
sketch.
deer bone marrow on his tongue, and he's out there playing with a broken arm, and he's 40. Fuck you, bro. Steroids are awesome.
I'll say this. In baseball, even the best players, over the years, they get worse because just like your body just deteriorates. Like your bat speed, your foot speed.
You're not supposed to swing anything that fucking hard.
And not for 15 years.
And you're not supposed to throw a baseball like you're trying to either kill somebody or save someone's life. How many times in one game? How many times is a pitcher pitching?
They usually take them out after they get over 100.
Yeah, you're about 100.
Right, so it's 100 times of trying to crush a water buffalo skull
Crazy.
with a stone.
It's
like
insane.
Your body's not built for that. Like,
so it always happens.
We're not made to throw
They get
baseballs.
worse and worse. And
that's why your elbow shreds apart.
the last 4 or 5 years of these big contracts are always shit because they can't play anymore. In the NBA, they typically give those crazy deals when the guys are in their prime. So, and in the NBA, like you can still be good, in your 30s. So, but like these guys are getting like $250 million for 5 years. Like that's a fuck ton of money. Like if you're not a CEO or some sort of very successful business owner, you'll never see money like that.
Yeah,
you'll be
but
a brain surgeon. You're not gonna make $250 million in 5 years. Like
that's why you have people like, not to be a fucking cockwriter, but that's why you have guys like LeBron that are still actively playing and making like big business moves, like TV production deals and executive producer deals and writing TV show deals now while he's actively a top 5 player in the NBA.
So with the guys like LeBron, you get crazy salary, and then those guys are leveraging that into other business ventures. That's why they say LeBron's worth like $1 billion now, which is insane for a young dude that's still playing. And it's like money ain't a thing. But like the fact that these guys are getting this crazy money, but this just tells you how big sports are in the United States. Because if a franchise can afford to pay one player or two players $100 million, $200 million, $250 million, how much are the owners making? You know what I mean?
That's always going to be the whole thing. Is
but I think
if they can afford to pay that much, how much are they really getting?
But I still think it's amazing.
They're not taking L's. These guys don't take L's.
Never. Never. Like the Warriors are gonna have a $400 million payroll, but they're still gonna profit $100 million.
Fuck
Like the
yes.
team is gonna profit $100
Yo,
million.
Mickey Harrison's never been scared to break the salary cap. Ever. It's just he's only going to do it if we're trying to win.
I love the fact that a guy could be just like really good at a sport and be like, yo, I'm taking care of like the next 10 generations of my family in one fucking contract.
While I'm playing.
But a guy like Soto, he needs to take the damn bread. Just take the money.
And how old is he?
23.
All right, so I ask you this.
He's making moves like a 23-year-old.
Someone will give it to him though.
But I ask you this. You're 23. You're 23 years old. And somebody offers you that much money. What are you doing?
I'm dead or in jail within 15 months.
23. I'm so scared.
And I'm a nice guy, but like there's $440 million.
I would have to hand all of that
It'd
money.
be bad.
At 23, I would have had to have handed all of that money off to my parents. I would not trust myself with any of that.
JP,
I would have kept like $3 million cash and told my parents, here's 20 M's. Figure it out.
JP, what would you do? So how would your life be? 23, 440.
He's trading all day.
I'm trying not to think how I would think right now.
You got to be 23.
But at 23, how long ago was that? 15.
15 years ago, you old bitch.
I'm buying chains and cars and partying like a fucking idiot. That's what I'm doing.
15 years ago, I'm good. Like you said, that's when I trading probably.
Yeah, no.
JP, you wouldn't just trade.
No, I wouldn't. But I like at
See, at that age, I didn't know anything.
I was curious because at that age, I had already started working. You start making money, and then I was like,
See, that's the thing. At 23, I was living check to check because I had 2 fucking kids.
Right.
Well, so I would have handed $20 million to my parents. So I would have been like, this can't go to cocaine. You need to take this. And then $3 million, I would have bought my crib. I would have paid my parents' crib off. I would have probably bought my, at the time, brought like a crib for my sister and my brother because at the time, both of them were single. And then literally tell my parents, like, yo, you got to pay me like a salary of like $300 or $400K a year and invest because I wouldn't know what to fucking do with it.
It's so much money.
And not only that, but yeah, I'd blow it. Bro, I'd
It's so
be
much
buying
money.
stupid shit.
You would just like find stupid shit to waste it
Ignorant.
on.
well, I mean,
Shit.
I mean, yes, I would do that too. But like, I would always.
Nah, but one thing
but
is-
at that age,
What
is
car
when,
would 23-year-old JP would have bought? What would you have bought? 23-year-old JP.
BMW at the time because I was.
What BMW? Were you gonna get 3 Series with $30 million?
Down. Same cars I want today. I would have been a brand new S-Class,
I was.
a brand new 911 Turbo.
Yeah.
No, see, look, I didn't want any of that. And
I wanted the same shit at
23-year-old
23.
JP wanted.
Maybe I wanted back then
BMW.
like an NSX. I'll still take one today.
I wanted an M3 that bad at 23.
That's a good 23-year-old like grill
I
car.
wanted that. I wanted that.
An M3,
Yeah, I wanted that car, and I really
like
and
built up, tuned.
You don't even need to do anything. That shit is a beast. Stop.
Yeah.
and I had a 528.
Not if you got that much money.
You had a 528?
Yeah, I remember that.
A manual 528.
I remember that.
Navy.
Okay,
Big
baller.
No, it wasn't
Nah.
brand new.
It was older, but it was dope. It was clean.
Yeah.
I
But
remember.
especially back then, those cars were nice as
Not
hell.
older, but it was like
an
it was like what, like
like
5 years old, 4 years old.
E39 generation.
2004. The dope one that you see.
And what year did you get it in?
2009.
Yeah, so it was like 4 or 5 years old.
That's
was-
probably the
it
best
was-
generation of 5 Series ever. The
was tough.
E39
It was
generation.
tough.
I got it at a used car dealership across from what's this place? Seminole Hard Rock.
Oh, one of those shady ones.
Yeah.
I got my second Integra at a shady dealership on 27th Ave. 27th Ave. They smiled in my face and they bent me over.
They're like good, clean car. Clean car.
The car wasn't bad, but they took advantage of the fact that I was 22 years old and I didn't know shit about shit. The car wasn't bad. The car was great. I had the car until somebody hit me and totaled it. I had the car for like 6 years.
Oh shit! Then they didn't do you dirty.
No, but
Even if they taxed you, you still did
you know
good.
what my
If that car
interest,
lasted
you know what my interest rate was?
23%.
Facts. Hard facts.
Is that what it was?
Facts.
To the
To the dollar. To the T. 23%.
that's,
No lose.
that's called your first car. That's what that's called.
That's a like credit card.
That's Santander. That's a Santander approval all day.
And I didn't care.
In the car finance business.
You know how they knew
Well,
they
what
got
was the
you.
bank? Do you remember the bank?
There was no bank. It was
Their private financing.
It was no bank. You know what they listened to, and I knew that I set myself up to get got because I was just like, yo, as long as it's under $300 a month, I'm good. As long as it's under $300 a month, I'm good. Dude, the car,
like, yeah,
the car was
$299.
$5,500, and I just got, and I probably paid like 7 bands for it after I was getting piped on the.
You paid way more. For sure, you paid way more. For sure, you got took.
I paid in like a year and a half.
Yeah, but no matter what it was, think about it. If it lasted you 6 years,
Yeah,
shut up. You won.
it was a great car.
Yeah,
It was a great car.
No matter how hard they raped you, you won. Divide whatever you paid by 6 times by 72 payments. You didn't pay anything for that car.
No, it was a great car. I love it.
That's what I always tell people. People are like, "Oh, should I buy a new car?" Because that's what happens when you're in the car business. You become a fucking financial advisor for everybody. Because everybody's like,
but you have
"What do
math
think?
brain.
What do you
You're
think?"
really good with that though. So
I feel you.
It's your calling, sir.
But like you were asking me, what's the price on the car you were asking me for? What's the price, more or less?
46.
Right, so 50 grand. You're gonna be at like $750, $800 a month, more or less. Just knowing finance, that's where you're gonna be tier 1, more or less, with
car
all
were
the
you
fees and all that
asking
shit. Or the brand new C, that's like a little mini
C300.
fucking S class. We don't have any, because the second they come in, that shit's crack.
Where you just at? Not for you.
Not for the wife. No, chill. It's not electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
I'm like, the JP bump his head.
That's not battery powered. I don't drive fuel vehicles. I don't use those natural gas.
Those peasant vehicles.
Fossil fuels? Fossil fuels? I call it full fuels. That's what you use. I run off of nuclear energy. Fuck out of here. Yeah, them electric Benzes are tough.
Das likes her car, by the way.
Good,
Thank
I'm
you,
glad.
sir.
Super happy.
Yeah, it's clean.
I'm not always trying to fuck everybody. Always trying to fuck most people. Not everybody. It's the game.
Great ad.
That's the game. I'm not telling you to come see me. I'm not.
Come see me.
I tell people all the time because they're like, yo, I'm going to get a car through you. And I'm like, I love you, but I don't want you to. Like, you're going to fuck up my average and my numbers. Like, I get paid to rape and destroy people,
Like,
not help
come
friends and
see me
family.
bite the curb.
Look, go anywhere else. Send me all your paperwork. I'll read that shit like a fucking, like I'm an auditor. And I'll help you negotiate a better rate and all that. Don't come see me, though. You're going to make me lose money. I'm going to look bad. Like, for me, it's a lose-lose. I do it to help you out because I know anywhere else they're going to fuck you. That's why I don't mind, like, taking on friends. But, yeah, people are like, oh, you're going to get commission. No, I'm not. You're fucking up my paycheck. I got to sell, like, 3 products per deal. I'm not selling you dick. Like, I got to make 2 points off your ass. I'm giving you my buy rate. Like, this is a lose-lose. Like, yeah, I'm going to get paid $100 to help you out, and I'm not complaining about getting paid to help you out. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, I'm trying to hit the next motherfucker over the head with a baseball bat. But that's the car business.
All right, fellas. Good stuff this week.
Yeah, I had to end it with me telling you guys I hit people over the head, but whatever.
Did we cut off?
No, we're good.
That's life. Nah, it's just the TV went out.
Till next
It's
time.
like it's kicking us out like the Apollo.
Yeah.
Yo, thanks for coming out. Good night. God bless.
Good night. God bless. Hey, yeah, thanks for coming out. Good night. God bless.
You have no idea what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Russell Simmons. Oh shit.
Perfect timing.
Yo, Nas telling you to get the fuck out of here.
Alrighty.
Daughters.
Till
All
next
right.
week.
Till next week.
Next week.
Peace.
Dale.